Oh, we are live! How are we, lads? Come on, the footy! The footy's back! Guys, subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! The Cowboys win it! Woo! Hey, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Super League tips for round 27 of the 2022 Betfred Super League competition. This is the final round of the Super League, just like the NRL, the final round, which is, well, we all know in about half an hour from now, Melbourne and Parramatta versus Melbourne winning into that top four. But we need to get the Super League tips out of the way. And bugging me, CJ Moxley's here as always. And CJ, what a round this is going to be, and so much at stake, especially with the Leeds versus Castleford game.
A lot at stake, yeah, like you said, especially with Leeds and Castleford battle for the final spot for the finals. So last round. As a Warrington fan, I'm happy it's the last round. Happy to avoid relegation. But, yeah, finals is coming and I'm looking forward to it.
It's been a really difficult year for your boys, Warrington. Haven't had a good season. Now, just so everybody knows, the top 6 is how the finals work. St. Helens will be the league leaders. They will finish first. Wigan will finish second. So both them teams are set. Now, the rest of the table is a bit all over the place. So, Huddersfield Giants are currently in third place. If they win, they will finish third. If they lose, they could end up in fourth, depending if CATALANS beat Wakefield or not. So that's how that situation will go. Huddersfield can't finish any lower than fourth, and CATALANS can't finish any lower than fourth. So, that game will determine a lot of things. Also, Salford, my boys, in the finals. The other day, destroyed the Tigers. Great win that was there.
Cowboys.
As he just walks in. Salford in the finals. I'm very happy about that. We're going to finish 5th or 6th. If we win against Warrington, we'll finish 5th. If we lose against Warrington, we could end up in 6th. But the only way we end up in 6th, mate, is if Leeds win and we lose, but we probably end up in 5th anyway. But CJ, let's get into the round of footy. Can you not play basketball while I'm live on YouTube, please? Please. You're not going to get it in. You're going to miss. Come on, cuz. I'm live on YouTube. Come on, bro. Have some respect.
There you go.
All right, CJ, let's get into round 27, mate. The final round. Huddersfield, Wakefield. This is a big game, this one. This is at the John Smith Stadium. Huddersfield are at home. Huddersfield are $1.35. Wakefield at $3.30. Like I said, if Huddersfield win, they get third place. If they lose, they could end up in fourth, depending on what happens with the Catalan Dragons. What do you reckon about this one, Huddersfield and Wakey? And do you think Huddersfield will rest more players?
I think Huddersfield might rest a few. I don't think they'll rest all their squad, but I think they'll rest a few. But I'll go Huddersfield by 12 points. I think they'll be just too good. I'll go a scoreline of 20 points to 8. And I'll go first try scorer Theo Farge if he's not rested.
Yeah, look, Huddersfield rested Chris McQueen last week and a few others, and they led 32-10 against Warrington. They only won the game 38-36. So, honestly, if I'm Huddersfield, I'm not resting anybody. I'm playing everybody because you need a bit of momentum going into finals. You don't want to rest everybody. So, I think Huddersfield care about this, and I reckon Huddersfield will win. And I'm going to go Huddersfield by 10. I'm going to go the Giants to win 24-14, and I reckon McQueen will play, and I reckon he might score the first try.
I think the team list for Huddersfield came out yesterday, and I do remember seeing McQueen on there, so he will play, I believe.
Yeah, well, Huddersfield to win. I think 1-12 though. Like Wakefield have been pretty good. Like beat Saints last week, but Saints had no one playing. Basically a reserve grade team. Huddersfield to win the opening game for round 27. Let's go to the next game now. This is really intriguing. This one, mate. Wigan versus Catalans at the DW Stadium, live on Fox and KO over here in Australia, live on Sky Sports over there in the UK. Now Wigan, right? They rested a few players last week and they were beaten by Hull KR. Wigan can't finish any higher than second or any lower than second. So I'm assuming they'll probably rest a lot of players again. As for Catalans, well, if they win, they could end up in third, depending on what happens with Huddersfield, but they will finish third or fourth either way. What do you reckon? Wigan and Catalans, both $1.90 each. Who wins this one?
I'll go Wigan by 12 points, 26-14. Anytime try score, I'll go for someone like Jake Bibby.
I'm going to go Catalans by 18.
Ooh, really?
I think Wigan are going to rest a bunch of players, and Catalans are going to want to win this because, well, if you're Catalans, do you prefer third or do you prefer fourth? Depending on what happens with the Giants. I don't know, bro. I just reckon Catalans, they're going to come over here. They're going to beat a depleted Wigan team. And I'm going to go the Dragons by 18. I'm going to go with a scoreline of 26 points to 8. And I'm going to go with Phil Yaha to score the first try.
Yeah, big game, but see who gets rested.
Yeah, I think Wigan will rest everybody because they can't finish higher than second or any lower than second. But let's go to the next game, mate. And this is a big one. The Hull Derby. Hull FC versus Hull KR at the MKM Stadium. Now, Hull FC and Hull KR can't make the finals. This is basically a dead rubber game. There's nothing at stake, but it's the biggest rivalry in the Super League, in my opinion. But it's not been broadcasted on Sky Sports. I can't believe that.
That's silly. Yeah, biggest rivalry in the game, obviously. So, it's dead rubber, but there's still, that intensity. I think this will be
rivalry, exactly.
I think this will be low scoring, and I'm going to tip Hull FC by 10. I'll go 16 points to 6. First try scorer, I'll go Luke Gale.
Yeah, right. It could be his last game for the Black and Whites.
Yeah, probably.
I think it will be. Yeah, look, I'm with you. I'm thinking Hull FC. I'm thinking the Black and Whites. I think they'll be a little bit too good. I'm going to go Hull FC by 12. And I'm going to go a scoreline of, both teams have got nothing to play for now. So I reckon it's going to be a really high-scoring game, CJ. I'm going to go Hull FC 36-24. 36-24 Hull FC. And I'm going to go with Connor Wynn to score a double.
Connor Wynn to score a double. I think he's been in actually good try-scoring form too. So
yeah, Hull to win. The Black and Whites to beat the Rovers. It should be a good game. The Hull Derby. Look at the odds. $1.40 for Hull FC. Hull KR at $3.05. So if you like the Rovers at $3, some good value there for Hull Kingston Rovers. Righto. Let's go to the next game, which is, it's on again, CJ. The cup is on. The NFA MOXLEY Cup. Salford versus Warrington. If Salford win, they finish in 5th. If they lose, they can only drop to 6th if Leeds defeat Cass. But we won't know until we get to that. I think Salford want to win this one, but if you're Salford, would you rather play Huddersfield week 1 and go to the John Smith Stadium and play Huddersfield, or would you rather leave and go play the Catalan Dragons in France, where
I'd want the Giants?
Salford have beaten Catalans twice this year, and they beat Huddersfield not that long ago. But if I'm Salford, you probably don't really want to travel to France and then come back because you can get tired from it. So you kind of want to stay in. So if I'm Salford, I would prefer to play Huddersfield, right?
Yeah, I would prefer to play Huddersfield as well. You get to stay in England and, it helps you.
Yeah, it does. Well, the odds are in. Salford at $1.30, Warrington at $3.70. We all know you're tipping Warrington, CJ, but by how much?
Yeah, for the last time this year, I get to make myself embarrassed by tipping him. Go Warrington by 4 for the last time. 22-18. Matt Duffy to score a double.
I've actually heard some whispers that Salford will rest a few players, but they won't rest many. They should win this game and they should win it well. Salford, in my opinion, are the hottest team in the Super League right now. They are flying.
It
Did you see
definitely
what they did to Castleford Tigers last week?
put 50 on them in a big game.
Mate, what about the performance of Brody Croft last week? He was out of this world.
10 out of 10 for me. He was Brody Croft, bro. He's definitely rejuvenated himself since coming over to Salford.
I think Salford win this, and I reckon they win it well. I'm going to go Salford by 22 points here. I'm going to go Salford to win this game, 26 points to 4, and I'm going to go Brody Croft to score the first try.
Just glad our season ends this week and we can just avoid relegation and focus on next year. Thank fuck.
You've done well to avoid relegation. Credit to you.
Thank fuck.
Next game, St. Helens versus Toulouse at the Totally Wicked Stadium. St. Helens are $1 to win. Toulouse are $15. Saints were beaten pretty bad by Wakefield last week, but if I'm Saints, would you rest anybody? Because I mean, like last week, they were terrible with their with their reserve grade team. Surely you don't rest them all again. Surely you play some of them this week, right?
You'll probably play a couple. I don't think St. Helens really care if they drop this game. They're heading into finals. They've already got the league leader shield wrapped up. But I'll still tip the Saints either way. I'll go to Saints by 8 points. I think Toulouse will keep it close. I'll go 20 points to 12. Anytime try. Trying to think of someone. I'll go Alex Walmsley. I assume he'll play.
Big Alex Walmsley there in the front row. I think this will be closer than what people think. I think Saints will probably rest a whole heap of players, but they should win. I'll go Saints by 14, and I'll go, let's say, I don't know, fucking 24-10. And for a first try scorer, I don't know if he'll play, but I'm going to go Jack Wellesby.
Jack Wellesby, yep. Look, what a season it's been. Fuck.
Final game, the big one. Probably the biggest game of the weekend. It's probably the most important game of the weekend. Leeds versus Castleford, 6 versus 7. The winner makes the finals. The loser will go home and have to enjoy a holiday. Leeds, Castleford out at Headingley. This game is being broadcasted on Fox League and KO over here in Australia. It's also on Sky Sports over there in the UK. Now, here's how the ladder will work. If Leeds win, they will finish in 6. If Salford don't lose, that is. If Castleford win, Castleford will end up in 6 and Salford will stay 5th because of for and against. Leeds versus Castleford. Winner makes the finals. Loser goes home with nothing. CJ Moxley. What happens here, mate? Leeds at $1.25, Castleford at $3.90. What do you reckon, mate?
After Headingley, such an important game. Winner
Rhinos and Tigers.
The final spot. I'm going to go Leeds by 20. I think they're going to crash the Castleford season in a big way. I'll go 26-6.
Wow.
Brad Dwyer to score in I'd assume his final home game for Leeds.
Yeah, look, it's interesting. I watched the Salford Castleford game last week, and I got to say, Castleford look broken, bro. They look broken. They look beaten up. They look like they're gone. They look like they're looking for a holiday. As for Leeds, I watched that game against Catalans, and some of their edge defense was a bit off. They weren't at their best. They were a bit off their game. They were outplayed over in France. But for this one, I'm going to go Leeds, and I'm going to go Leeds by 30. I can't see the Tigers getting up. I know a week's a long time in rugby league, but I just can't see Castleford getting back up. I just can't. After last week,
They
getting
look.
beat 50 at the Jungle, how are they going to bounce back and win this here?
No, Leeds will be way too strong. I think. I think they'll get the final spot in the playoffs.
I do too. So I'm going to go Leeds 38-8, and I reckon Reece Martin will score the first try.
Yeah, bro. I'm expecting a bit of a blowout as well.
But hey, if Castleford win, credit to them for turning it around. But it's just a big ask.
Absolutely, big game this.
I think we went the same tips except for the Salford game. Oh no, hang on, I went Catalans. Hang on, no, we went a few different, didn't we?
Yeah.
Hang on, let's go through it. Actually, I went Huddersfield 1-12 against Wakefield.
Yep, Huddersfield 1-12.
Catalans to beat Wigan 13+.
Wigan 1-12. No, yeah, Wigan 13+.
Yeah, you went 1-12.
1-12, yep.
Yeah, you went 1-12. Hull FC. Okay, I went Hull FC. I think I went 1-12.
Yep, Hull FC 1-12.
Salford 13+.
Warrington 1-12 for the last
St. Helens 13+.
St. Helens 1-12.
And I went Leeds 13+. So yeah, we got two different.
Yep, two different. It's been a good regular season. Bring on the
finals next week. Get ready for the finals.
Yeah, just glad that
we're in the finals. I can't wait. I'm hoping that we can go all the way.
Didn't see that coming, but look, Salford.
I did. I tipped at the start of the year. Everyone said we'll get relegated at the start of the year.
Salford, hot form. So good luck in the finals, bro. And yeah, what a season.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up the Super League tips for round 27 of the 2022 Super League competition. It's now 7:30 p.m. here in Australia. We got the Eels and Storm game kicking off in about 20 minutes from now, so that'll be big. I'll be back in a couple hours for the Thursday night football review between Parramatta and Melbourne. But anyway, we're getting out of here. Until next time, have a good night.